Hello, good evening. Hi, Annie. How are you? You already here? Yes, let's get right into it. Latest immigration news. We're gonna talk about those news, the latest immigration news. What's going on? We have to know what's going on because next year is election year, decision year. So we have to be ahead of everything. Okay, that's the reason I'm doing this live session. If you're here, please tell me. Let me know in the comment. Let me know in the comment, where are you, what you're doing. Yes, let me know in the comment, how are you, who's here. We're gonna share the screen in a minute. This is the latest immigration news, what's going on. Let's talk about Seattle in the house. Hello, how are you? It's 7 p.m. I know, kind of Eastern time, so let's get right into the subject. Oloika Ajibade, you're at work. You're at work, but you try to watch the news. You need to focus on the job, okay? Let me share the screen. Hi, how are you? Ajibade, please like and share, by the way. We're going to share the news, what's really going on. We're starting with this one. Remember, yesterday I was talking about this bill that actually is a law already in Texas. Um, Basically, the law says that if someone crossed the border, the Texas border, illegally, first time offender will be sentenced for 6 months in jail. Second time offender will be sentenced for up to 20 years in prison. Then, after serving their time, they'll be deported. If they refuse, then it's going to become aggravated. So um, now we have this news, right? Texas begins flying migrants from U.S. Mexico border to Chicago with first plane carrying 120 people. So Texas began flying migrants from U.S. border to Chicago on Wednesday, today, a week after the city took a tougher stance on the buses that Republican Governor Abbott has been sending north since last year. The first flight of 120 migrants arrived in the afternoon, according to Governor Abbott's office. Yeah. So pretty much what's going on is that the governor of Texas directed state officials to begin busing migrants to Democratic-led cities starting in April 2022. So it looks like the Republican states, they don't want migrants anymore. They're sending them to the Democratic-led state, So if the state is known to be a Democrat state, um, that's where they're sending migrants. So over 20 migrants have since been relocated to the effort as part of the governor multi-pronged border security mission. So yeah, that's what's going on. Chicago voted last week to toughen penalties on bus operators that don't unload passengers at the designated arrival location or fill out city paperwork. The city has said operators began trying to drop people off in neighboring cities to avoid penalty, including fine, towing, or impoundment. Yeah, it's creating really some type of drama. Yeah. So, so basically, what they're trying to tell Biden, like, if you don't step up on this border security issue, it's going to get worse. So that's what they're saying here. Until Biden steps up and does his job to secure the border, Texas will continue taking historic action to help our local partners respond to this Biden-made crisis. Yeah. So, like in Texas right now, if you cross illegally, yeah, chances are either you're gonna be in jail or be sent to a different state. What if you don't have families in those other states? So it's becoming like a manhunt. Yeah, so that's the first news. And then we have the second news here, which happened yesterday actually. Trump was barred from Colorado primary ballot for the hold in U.S. Capitol attack. So pretty much the Supreme Court ruled that Trump cannot do cannot put his um, candidacy in Colorado at the primary election. So yeah, but it looks like the Trump team, they are going to be going to the Supreme Court to pretty much change this, to try to get the Supreme Court to decide to change or to overrule this decision. So you can read it here. Former President Donald Trump is disqualified from serving as U.S. president and cannot appear on a primary ballot in Colorado because of his role in January 6, 2021 attack on U.S. Capitol by his supporter. The state top court ruled Tuesday, which was yesterday. That's what they said for Colorado. So if this trend continues with other states, then pretty much Trump is not going to win this election. But if Trump is able to go to the Supreme Court and change this decision, then we have to deal with his candidacy again next year. Okay, you can go and read it. So pretty much that's in conclusion, that's what it is. So, but I wanted to revisit Trump immigration plan, right? Because Trump has a like a most, how can you call that? His immigration plan is pretty much the agenda is so extreme. Yeah, Trump accelerates his anti-immigrant agenda, you see. So as his campaign for the Republican nomination for presidency steered into the first primary votes of 2024, Donald Trump has spent the final weeks of the year, days before Christmas, dehumanizing immigrants and scapegoating people arriving at the U.S.-Mexico border to justify a brutal immigration agenda. We know what his agenda is going to entail. We know that he's going to stop with TPS, humanitarian stuff. He's going to go back to the Remain in Mexico policy. He's going to build the wall. He's going to create a concentration camp for deportation, massive deportations. Those are his plans. So we already know, and he's not backing down. So pretty much. In his first appearance in New Hampshire in more than a month, Saturday, the former president echoed the pages and white supremacist manifestos by claiming that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. You see what they're saying? So, yeah, and then the next day at the rally in Reno, Nevada, he accused migrants of waging an invasion and falsely claimed people are charging across the border by the hundreds of thousands. You see? So Trump has a different agenda. That's why next year, let me stop right here, first of all. Come back here. Come back here. So the agenda is pretty much tough, okay, when it comes to Trump immigration agenda for next year, if he's reelected, okay? We already know that. So now, oh, you are on a short break. Oh, okay. But thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. By the way, you can go ahead and share and like. We're talking about the latest immigration news. We have two topics, major topics. The first one is that Texas just started flying people from Texas to other states, Democratic-led states, okay? Then we have the second news is that Trump is barred from Colorado primary elections. But we know that they are going to go to the Supreme Court to try to get the Supreme Court to overturn the decision. So we don't know how it's going to end, but that's what's going on right now. And we know, lastly, that the agenda when it comes to immigration with Trump is pretty tough. So next year is election year, my friend, decision year. Your family members, if you cannot vote, don't do it. Yeah, if you're not a US citizen, don't go voting. But if you have friends, family members who are US citizen, colleague, colleagues from work, co-workers, friends from high school, yeah, they need to vote, and wisely. It's like your vote, your life, because next year it's going to go down when it comes to immigration policies. Everybody's throwing out their agenda out there. Even Biden is compromising anyway. So yeah, next year is tough. Mr. Sutton said, okay, what's going on? Who's this person? I don't know. I don't know this person, the Awaken. In Ohio. Okay. Are you in Ohio? Okay. But anyway, so please go ahead and like. We have 13 people in the house. If you have a question related to immigration, please go ahead and like and share. And please put your comments, your question in the comment section, okay? If you have a question related to immigration, please put it in the comment section. In the meantime, please go ahead, share and like, because this is a breaking news. This is what's going on. You have to know what's going on so you can prepare yourself. You have to know what's going on. We already know there's a law in Texas that makes it a crime to actually cross the border illegally. So you're going to get a state crime, actually. You're going to get 6 months for first-time offender in jail, up to 20 years for second-time offenders. And after that, after serving, they're going to deport to Mexico. If you don't want to go, it's going to be aggravated. So that's what's going on. Someone is talking about, what about the Dignity Act bill? Robert Trasser, I have no idea what's going on with that bill. It never passed the Senate, as far as I know. So it never became law. That bill never became law. So right now, what we have to be thinking about is next year, we really have to think about the election in terms of who to keep in the White House or who to vote. Sour Music TV, hello. Sour Music TV, I thought yesterday you wanted to do a consultation. You didn't do it? I didn't see your name on the schedule. How are you? We got 15 people in the house. Please go ahead and like and share. If you have a question, please put it in the comments. We are trying to answer those questions, immigration-related questions. If you have a case pending, you have a question, please put it in the comments. If you need a consultation with me, please schedule it. Consultation links are in the description box. Any immigration bill update? Rama, we do not have any immigration bill update. No. What's really going on is that the Biden administration is trying to change the law for asylum. So basically what they're trying to do is they are trying to prevent people from applying for asylum at the border. They're trying to come up with a Title 42 type of law so that they can do it. So that when people come at the border, if they don't pass the how do you call it, the credible fear, like credible fear test, then they're not going to get in. In other words, they want to do it the way it was under Trump. So remain in Mexico type of policy. You stay there until your asylum case get adjudicated here in the US. So that's what's going on. Can you do a consultation after 6 p.m.? So, TV, I don't think you want the consultation because there's a lot of time on my schedule. How about you just go with the time I have on the schedule? My last consultation sometimes is 6 p.m. So, yes, that's what's going on. Ramat sir, we do not have any updates on any bill. Everybody's focusing on the border security. Did you see what's happening at the border? That's what they're focusing on. Even Biden is compromising on anything so that they can fix the border. Yeah, anybody else has a question, please put it in the comment. I'm gonna find out if they have another news for as far as yeah, we have another news for H1 type of visa. I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, this is what's going on. Okay. Let me talk about what's going on as far as okay. So let me share this. Let me share my screen so we can talk about this other news. Okay. So, okay. The Department of State stateside visa renewal pilot begins January 29, 2024, next year. Who's eligible? So pretty much instead of going outside to get the work visa, you can get it inside of the United States. That's what they're talking about. It's about H-1B type of visa, right? So who is eligible to participate in the pilot? Participation is voluntarily and limited to principal H-1B applicants who are seeking to renew an H-1 visa during the pilot phase between January 29, 2024 to April 1st, 2024. H-4 dependents are excluded from the pilot. The the H-1B visa participants who are renewing a prior H-1B visa issued by Mission Canada with an issuance date from January 1st, 2020 to April 1st, 2023. And then the people who are not subject to a non-immigrant visa issuance, the people who are eligible for in-person interview waiver, do not have a visa ineligibility that will require a waiver prior to issuance, have an approved or an expired H-1B petition, were most recently admitted, and are maintaining U.S. H-1B status. And the people who are intended to re-enter the U.S. in H-1B status after a temporary period abroad. So basically what they're trying to do is, with H-1B visa, usually when the petition is approved, people usually go outside to get the stamp, like the visa from the consulate abroad. This program is going to allow certain individuals to get the visa inside of the US instead of going out. So that's the program they're talking about. And those are the qualifications of the people. Okay. And it gives you the application process and stuff like that. And what document that are provided. Stop sharing. Okay. Do we have another question? I submitted my DS-260, but not getting notification yet. Do you have any idea? No, I don't. I don't have any idea. You need to follow up with them. Any other question? Yeah, if you have a question, please put it in the comment. So I guess we don't. Hello from New Jersey, Siaka Amuzu. How are you? What's going on? We are talking about the latest immigration news. As you already know, Trump is barred from Colorado primary elections, but he's going to go to the Supreme Court, hope to change the decision, right? Another news is that Texas is flying migrants from out of their state. It looks like they don't want anybody anymore. So yeah, if you've been following us, you know what we talked about yesterday, and now you know what's going on today. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Siaka Amazu. You're welcome. So that's what we do. You're welcome. I renew my work permit 12 months still process. Yes, it's taking like 16 months actually for renewal. Mamadou GT, yes, it's taking like 16 months. And the reason why it's taking too long is because of the extension. So if you have that extension, you can still work on that under that extension with your old work permit. Yeah, it's taking 16 months, almost like 18 months, to be honest with you. Yeah. 18 people in the house, please go ahead and like, please go ahead and share. We are talking about the latest immigration news. You're welcome, Mamadou Jite, you're welcome. We are talking about the latest immigration news. You already know what's going on. You have to be aware so that you know how to prepare. And next year is election year. Yeah, my friend, we have to make sure that we vote for the person who's allowed to vote, right? Not everybody. Person is allowed to vote for the right person because this immigration thing is going down next year. You're welcome, Hama Trasser. You're welcome. Anybody else has a question? 17 people in the house. Please go ahead and like. Please go ahead and share. If you have a question, put it in the comment. So I'm just waiting for questions, okay? If we don't have any more questions, yes, I'm going to hang up. Let me see how many people is liking this video, because yeah, you need to like so I can continue. If you don't like, I don't continue. That's how it goes. We got 10 likes. We need more than 10. We need more than 10. Siaka Amazu, is there a difference between being married to a U.S. citizen and a permanent resident when it comes to filing for VAWA? What do you mean by the difference? I don't see the difference. Usually, under regular circumstances, a person who marries a U.S. citizen can adjust status inside of the United States, regardless of their overstay, right? But when it comes to VAWA, there are a lot of exceptions. So I want to know the specifics. What type of difference you're looking into? Okay, so let's talk about this again. I have a friend who's married to a permanent resident holder, and trust me, she has been giving him how to live in the same apartment. I can testify. Well, yes, they can apply for VAWA, but remember, when the person is a lawful permanent resident, the process of adjusting status is different because it's not immediate relative, right? So you have to wait for the visa to become available and so forth. But when the person is a US citizen, it's almost like you apply with everything together because the US citizen is immediate relative to that person. So that's the difference, right? Lawful permanent resident and US citizen. US citizen is immediate relative. The process goes smoothly. But for lawful permanent resident, when the VAWA get approved, you wait for the visa to become available in order to adjust status. Then you have to look into those waiver of unlawful presence. So how long did they have to? Are you talking they come like a fiance? Victoria Mandy. If somebody comes as a fiance, they only have 90 days. Within 90 days, they have to get married and file for a green card, right? Yeah, they have to get married within 90 days if they come as a fiance. After they get married, then they can file for the green card. No, Siaka Amuzu. They can apply for VAWA even if the the husband, the wife is a lawful permanent resident. They can still apply for VAWA. And if they suffer abuse, they can still get approved for VAWA. Okay. However, the process of adjusting status is going to be a little different and lengthy. So that's the difference. Yeah, you need to tell your friend to schedule a consultation. Okay. The consultation link is in the description box. You're welcome. Mandy, you're welcome. Yes. So, Mandy, if you come as a fiance, within 90 days, the person has to get married. Then, after getting married, then they can apply for a green card. After the marriage, can they file immediately? Yes. Mandy, yes, they can file immediately after being married. Yes. We have 11 people in the house. Please like, please share. I guess this is it for tonight, right? 32 minutes. Latest immigration news. Next year is election year, my friend. We are going to be doing a lot of live because we have to monitor those elections. We have to make sure that we are voting correctly. We have to make sure that we put the right people in the office. So we are going to be monitoring those elections. Next year is going to be tough, but we're going to be here guiding you. Okay? You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for showing up. Please like, please share. Until next time, bye-bye.